you're doing is discrediting Arsenal's
I'm not.
performance by saying Real Madrid was shit. That's what you're pretty much saying. You're pretty much saying Real Madrid have been shit. No, you are.
That's not what I'm saying. That's what you're hearing.
That's exactly what you're basically saying. They've been below par.
Forget about the best of speed. We think it could be better yet, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Think about black people, bro. Think of how far we've come, but we're not there yet, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a long way to go, cuz. I could have freed more slaves if they knew they were slaves. Man are taking all type of steroids and then coming into the ring out of shape. This is ridiculous. Where did the steroids from? That's like a fuckery. You see fat man take steroids, bro. You see this, bro? I want a refund, bro. I'm gonna take all type of steroids and look like Andy Ruiz. When you're chatting to Americans, obviously you have to like use 2-syllable words and slow down your language and that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the only English-speaking country that speak English as a second language, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, people? Welcome back. OnlyFacts Sports Podcast. Is that what we call it? OnlyFacts Sports, OnlyFacts Podcast.
OnlyFacts Sports, OnlyFacts Podcast.
We ain't really got a name.
It's OnlyFacts Sports.
OnlyFacts Sports, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? We're back with another podcast, episode 4 this time. Do you know what I'm saying? Before we get into it, you might see the gold stripes. Do you know what I'm saying? You might see the Emirates fly better. We might see the gold cannon on the chest. Do you know what I'm saying? I could feel Shane's energy. We were, maybe 8 miles away from each other watching the Arsenal game. I was in Shoreditch. Was you at home watching the game?
Yeah.
You was at your yard. I could feel the energy. And I looked on Twitter and I was seeing some hilarious, I was seeing man say, I was seeing all football fans around the world banding together to say, man them, if Arsenal win the Champions League, where are we all moving to? Doesn't matter asking.
No, but
where are we moving to? Because man are saying I'm not staying. Man are saying if Arsenal win the Champions League, they're not staying.
I'm not going to that extent. All I just know is this channel just become a strictly boxing channel.
I'll wear this every week. Bro.
But just to keep it real, I'll be real, bro, and I'm gonna let you go. Okay. Bro. But I just have to say, yeah. Firstly, as I said to you off the camera, I had a dream that Arsenal was going to beat Real Madrid. I swear to God, I had a dream. I had a dream that Arsenal was going to win. Word to Martin Luther King and all of that. And I was going to call you and tell you, you're not going to win today, but I just thought, you know what, let me just let the universe do what the universe does. But I'm going to keep it real, yeah? I can't even hate. For me, of a person, I can find a way to hate, bro. I can't hate. Let me tell you why. And I'll be so real, bro. If I was if United done what Arsenal just done, Allah, Muhammad, Jesus, God, Buddha, no one could chat to me, bro. Mm-hmm. There is nothing or nobody who could chat to me. I'll be, bro, I'll be the most shameless thing that's ever lived. Bro, nothing could chat to me. If we had done, and you don't understand the level of envy, if we had done, I actually think Arsenal fans have actually been quite calm about it. Because if it was me, bro, I would know if Jesus came down and said tomorrow's judgment day, I'll say you have to wait, my G. You have to wait until next week. You have to wait. Because I'm telling you right now, what Arsenal done yesterday was nothing short of remarkable, bro. Bro, I can't even, I would wish I could hate. But it was actually sensational, fam.
The thing is, the reason Arsenal fans aren't gassed is because a lot of us predicted that we were going to win. We didn't know we were going to win. No, hold on. Didn't know, and also, I'm not just talking about when I was with AFTV at Box Park, we're doing the event, so man, I got to do a lively prediction. No, I did a full 30-minute video with James B on AFTV doing a tactical insight video, breaking down specifically why I think Arsenal will win. It's up there, it's on AFTV's channel, you can go look at it. It's there. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm doing another one, in fact, this week for next week's game. But I literally predicted that we would win. I knew, not knew, because you never know in a game of football, but I had a bunch of stats and reasons as to why I thought Arsenal were going to win, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm not, bro. You lot didn't just win though, bro. Like, you're not understanding what I'm saying. The level of character and bottle.
Bro, they had 3 shots on target for the whole game. We had 12 shots, 11 on target. Their best player was Courtois by far.
Facts.
Our best player, obviously Rice had the free kicks, but man, I'm forgetting, Saka dubs Bellingham. I don't know if you saw it. Saka bullied Bellingham.
I thought Partey was.
We're going through everybody. We're going to go through everybody. But before Rice gets the free kicks, Saka wins both the free kicks. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? The second free kick, he took on Bellingham, dubs him, took on Rodrigo, dubs him, took on Camavinga, dubs him to the point where they had to foul him, and then Bryce slaps the free kick. Thomas Partey, dominant in the midfield. In fact, let me go from the back to the front here. But like you say, it's play them off the park, bro. Like, obviously, man will say set pieces, whatever. Understood.
No, nobody ain't saying that. Nobody ain't saying that. Nobody ain't saying that.
But it's a dominant performance, bro. More shots on target. They didn't really have a sniff, bro. They didn't have a sniff. David Raya, really good coming from corners, really good gathering and setting us away on the counter attack.
I actually think.
Hold on. Miles Lewis Skelly. I saw him. He obviously gave away that stupid penalty against Harrison, which was never a penalty, against Everton. And in his frustration afterwards, I don't know if you saw it, but he took the ball from David Raya and literally ran through the whole Everton team. He got vexed. Yeah. He did the same thing as Real Madrid. He got the ball, dubs Rodrigo, and ran through the whole Real Madrid team and then popped the ball off. He also got the assist for Marino's goal. Centre-back partnership, man was worried about Kivior, kept it tight, he did what he had to do. Saliba, brilliant, do you know what I'm saying? Like, not rattled at all. He's played against Mbappe, he's pocketed Mbappe before, no problem, do you know what I'm saying? Timber...
I don't think he pocketed Mbappe, though.
He kept Mbappe very quiet for what Mbappe should be doing. Do you know what I mean? He restricted Mbappe to 2 shots on target, and both of them were... Mbappe had 1 good shot on target from the ball through from Bellingham. The other one is a speculative effort from outside the box. So 1 decent chance for a player like... Mbappe.
He should have scored
and no decent chances for Rodrigo or Vinicius. So for the whole front three, 1 chance against them. A lot of that is from Saliba. Then you've got Timber. If it wasn't for Declan Rice's free kicks, bro, we're looking at a man of the match performance, bro. Timber just immense. Forwards, backwards, everything.
Yeah, Timber's great.
Saka force it, like their left side couldn't attack, bro, because they're doubling up on Saka every time. Man, I'm talking about Valverde and all the rest of it. I hear that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Valverde's a baller, but the way Saka, bro, the thing is in football, yeah, you can tell who's a baller regardless of what we think as fans. Yeah, you can tell who's a baller by who the players on the pitch trust. You can see a certain level of respect. There might be a player that you don't personally rate, but for whatever reason, everyone in your team trusts that person with the ball. Yeah. Everyone that we play, they get nervous when Saka's on the ball. Alaba got skinned when Saka was on the ball. Bellingham got skinned when Saka was on the ball. Rodrigo came all the way across. To double up, and Bellingham came across to double up and weren't able to keep it quiet.
You know what? It's funny because when I was watching that game, I actually felt like it was due to the lack of trust that they had in Alaba that caused them their issues. Because I actually felt like whilst Alaba 1v1, Saka was getting the better of him, I didn't feel like it was necessary for everybody to just move over to one side. It created so much space in other places in the pitch, which I just felt like they didn't have to do.
Bro, the thing is that's mad about the game, yeah? Like, the reason I feel like we smoked them is because we beat them 3-0, and it should have been 5. There were 2 or 3 occasions where Saka's got to the byline, cooked Bellingham once, cooked Alaba a couple times, got to the byline, driven it perfectly across the 6-yard box, right where you want it, between the goalkeeper and the centre back, and no one was there. Rice was there, didn't get a touch on it. Marino, doesn't really have the movement of a striker. He's not really a natural striker. We should have dubbed them man 5-0. And if you think that I'm gassing, go and chat to Jude Bellingham, because Jude Bellingham said in the post-game press conference, we were lucky it was only 3. It could have been more.
No, but if we're being real,
so if we're being real, it could have been 4 or 5.
Real Madrid this has been happening. Like, this has been...
I said all of this on my show.
When I mean it's been happening, like, for previous seasons, bro, there's been teams that should have spliffed them. But it takes a certain level of character and bottle to do it, bro. Which we would have never expected from Arsenal. You're talking... Why it's kind of slightly frustrating, yeah, is because there is this level of arrogance, like, bro, you should have expected this. Arsenal have never done this before. So you can't tell me that we should have expected this when you ain't ever done it.
Here's the thing, though. In their league and in our league, we played 31 games, they played 30 games. We're like 1 or 2 points different. They've lost more games than we have. Hold on a minute. I know it's Real Madrid, yeah, but what I'm saying is my message to the team, not that they heard my message, but my message to the team was just play this game like it's any other game, yeah. Man are focusing on Arsenal. Arsenal aren't always the most mentally stronger teams. I understand that.
No. Focus on that point.
No. You can focus. No, that's your point.
That's the point, fam.
That's your point. My point is this. Yeah, before they played us and lost 3-0 and had the 10 men because Camavinga got rattled, yeah. At home, on Saturday, they lost to Valencia 2-1. The game before that was also at home. They drew 4-4 with Sociedad. The game before that was also at home. They scraped 3-2 against Leganes. Do you know what I'm saying? The last game they played in the Champions League, they lost. They obviously, it was 2-2 on aggregate, but they lost 1-0 in 90 minutes. Had to go for on penalties. So I'm just saying, the fear factor, the reason Arsenal might normally bug out and freak out is because you're playing a Real Madrid team that's scary. I'm not saying this team's not scary, yeah. But it's not the same Real Madrid team.
I feel what you're doing is discrediting Arsenal's performance by saying Real Madrid was shit. That's what you're pretty much saying. You're pretty much saying Real Madrid have been shit. No, you are.
That's not what I'm saying. That's what you're hearing.
That's exactly what you're saying. You're basically saying they've been below par.
No.
Do you not? What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, it was always going to happen, bro.
No.
It was always going to happen.
You can't say that.
I can say that though, bro. I've seen every other pundit, every other YouTube personality, everyone. Their whole thing is Real Madrid have the experience. That was all man is saying. They've got the experience. They've been there. They've done it. They've got the experience. Arsenal don't have the experience. Arsenal don't have the experience. I always knew, or I always not knew, but I always believed that at some point there will be somebody in the team, couldn't tell you who it was, that would be a difference maker. We've seen Saka do it before, and we always hope it's Saka. That's why man are hoping that Saka's not injured and he's back in time, whatever. But looking at the rest of the team, I didn't know if it's going to be Ødegaard and his redemption arc. I didn't know it was Declan Rice. Obviously, Declan Rice, we know, has got European pedigree, won the Europa Conference League. You know what I'm saying? He's a European champion and then kind of things there. But genuinely, like, I didn't know if it's going to be Marino. He's been on good goal scoring form. But I felt that we would have someone in the team that would step up and be the difference maker. Now, I couldn't quantify that with data because we haven't done that before. But at this same stage, in the last couple of years, we haven't done it. But I knew that we would do it, bro.
I'm not disputing the fact that you knew you were gonna do it or not. I'm talking about you're speaking about it from a hindsight perspective.
I'm not. I'm not talking about it from because I did the tactical insight breakdown and said we were gonna win.
Alright, cool. My point is now you're doing the absolute opposite. You're not looking at it from a hindsight perspective. When you watch that game, bro, you could mix as much chemicals as you want to mix, look into their past, look into their history and all of that crap. You can do all of that. You can look at, who Saka this on. Bro, when you watch that game, it's just an isolated game of football, bro. Real Madrid was out and out. They were battered.
Yeah, outclassed.
They were battered.
Outclassed.
There is nothing you could look on your laptop, my laptop.
That's what I'm saying.
There is nothing that would have given you that indication, bro.
If you sat there and you were surprised by the result, then you're going to look back and analyse the game like you're doing. But I already knew that we were going to win. I already knew that we were going to win.
Bro, you're chatting shit.
I'm not chatting shit.
I'm not saying you didn't.
I already knew.
Bro,
Arsenal
winning isn't what is impressive, bro. Arsenal's win. Are we not saying, and you could answer this yourself, sorry. Are we not saying this is Arsenal's best ever performance at the Emirates? That's what people are saying.
In the Emirates era, this is probably the best performance.
And people are saying this is the best performance ever on Arteta, right?
Yep.
Against the best opposition that you face, right?
Yep.
So my point is, this is still uncharted territory, bro.
And I said before the game,
you can't predict uncharted territory.
Of course you can,
bro.
Of course you can.
Not logically.
No, who's talking about logic? I'm telling you, that's what I did, bro. That's what I did. I watched my team, and I knew we will smoke Real Madrid, bro. I knew that, bro. I knew that,
bro.
We broke, bro.
Yeah, you must have been
even down to the start.
You must have been drinking the same thing Ty drinks.
Even down to the start. Me and Ty are both right. My cameras are working and not broken, but apart from that, me and Ty are both right, bro. I'm saying shout out Ty, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even down to the starting 11, you go watch the stream when they did the starting 11 show. Laurie was late, so I jumped onto the front panel because Laurie was running late. When they did the starting 11, one of the key players everyone was looking at was Valverde. Oh, Valverde, he's so good. I said, bro, Modric is not washed, but Modric is 39, bro.
Facts.
Bro, Declan Rice and Ødegaard. Ødegaard is not the best at pressing, but he runs a lot, We will press the life out of Modric. Like, to me, man said, no, but the pass he played to Benzema. Bro, man, I talking about 5 years ago. He's 39, bruv. Make him human, bruv. He's 39. Then man, I talking about Valverde. John Valverde does in the Champions League. I said, bro, Valverde was starting at right back. I said, that's positive for me. Everyone else hold on, but bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you what I could see, and man, I'm telling me what. What I'm talking about,
bro. What you could, fam.
What are you talking about?
You're looking at it like you were playing.
Big man thing. I felt like I was playing. That whole morning, bro. Cool. That morning, yesterday morning, I woke up. I had oats. I had some chop flipping banana. what I'm saying, bro? I felt like I felt like I was playing, bro.
Let me tell you why listening to you just make it's partially why I don't even, as much as I wanted to be happy for Arsenal, I can't.
We didn't need to be happy for
chatting shit.
Let
me tell you why you're just chatting shit.
I'm not chatting shit, but go on.
Because, bro, this is the same Arsenal team that struggled with Everton, bro.
We didn't struggle with. That's why you didn't watch the game. We didn't struggle with Everton.
What was the score?
What was the score? We didn't struggle. It was 1-1, but we didn't struggle.
If you should have won 5-0 then.
We should have.
But you didn't.
We should have.
So that means you struggled.
That don't mean we struggled. Watch the game, bro.
Bro, if you don't win a game, you struggle.
Oh my
if you don't win a game, so you're at your best. So you're at your best. Your best version of Arsenal wins 1-1. Let me ask you a question.
Did you see the penalty?
Answer my question.
Did you see the penalty?
Answer my question.
Did you see the penalty?
Answer my question.
No, we weren't at our best. We didn't struggle.
So okay then.
We were far the better team. When we come off the pitch,
being a better team and being at your best is two different things.
No, but you said, bro. I'm just saying, like the result of a football match is not necessarily down to the performance of a football match. They're two. My
argument was you struggled to beat Everton. Because you didn't beat Everton.
Because the big penalty.
Okay, regardless.
Because the big penalty.
Did you struggle to beat Everton?
Because the big penalty.
Answer my question,
yes,
bro.
Because I'm answering the question.
I don't need context. I don't need context. I don't need context.
Man United fans,
I asked the question.
Yeah,
did you struggle to beat Everton?
Struggle, I don't know about struggle, but yeah, we okay, fine, go on.
Okay,
go on. For the sake of your argument, fine. We're on a podcast, so fine, go on.
Cool. You struggle to beat Everton. So all of that stuff about Valverde playing right back, Modric and all of that, regardless, you might be the better team, bro. All of that stuff, what you're saying is true. But at the end of the day, your team has to go out and do it, which they failed to do. So the fact that they've done it, what I'm trying to say is, this is revolutionary, bro. You're making it's another day in the park.
No, I'm not saying that.
Your argument was why Arsenal fans aren't gassed.
I'm saying to you.
You're saying Arsenal fans aren't gassed because we expected this. No, you didn't, bro.
No, I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is, you watch Arsenal play football. But when I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm watching all the press conferences, all the media, etc., etc. I'm watching Declan Rice warming up, doing his shots. I can see that Declan Rice has scored in the last two. At the beginning of the season, Declan Rice said, if I'm going to start playing 8, which Arteta wants me to do, I want to add goals to my game, especially in big games. That's literally what he said at the beginning of the season. He scored in the last 2 Champions League games. I said, bro, Declan Rice is probably my pick. Declan Rice and Saka are my 2 picks to go and score goals. Because he's the guy that will gamble. He's the gambler of the team. He's the one that will try and... But I'm just saying, so yeah, you're right. What we saw was something that we hadn't seen before, but I went into the game believing... Bro, we might see something today that we've never seen before.
Cool.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
My original argument, which you interjected, was Arsenal fans are being much more calm and collected than I thought they would be. Because what we saw was nothing short of remarkable. And your response was, we expected this to happen.
A lot of us thought that we were going to... Everybody
batter
in there...
Real Madrid, yeah?
Not batter, but everyone in there thought we were going to win.
But you didn't. You didn't just win. You battered them.
But we won.
But you battered them.
But did we win?
Okay, but you battered them.
But we won.
The level of excitement doesn't... For me, cool, let me ask you another question.
Okay,
is the reservations... Because I expected Arsenal to be doing carnival outside right now. Mm-hmm. Is the reservations because there's a second leg? Or is it just because you genuinely believe you'll batter them?
It's a mixture of both, but also like, bro, for us, as Arsenal fans... Bro, if we
celebrate, Arsenal are great, boy.
If we celebrate, when we celebrate, it's like, bro, why are you gassed for celebrating? And if we don't celebrate, bro, remember,
No, but this is the time. I've seen you not gassed for beating Burnley.
It's not the time. Do you know why it's not the time? Do you know why it's not the time? Yeah?
Why?
Because this team, this squad, and this team, especially after the performance last night, sometimes when we celebrate, it's like, sometimes the over celebration is almost a lack of belief. Sometimes the over celebration is actually a sign that we think this is the best it's going to get.
I hear that.
Yeah, you see this Champions League thing right now.
But it's the best it's been.
Hold on. Forget about the best it's been. We think it could be better yet, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Think about black people, bro. Think of how far we've come, but we're not there yet, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a long way to go, cuz. I could have freed more slaves if they knew they were slaves, cuz. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
The lack of celebration to me is telling me that they, in that dressing room, they hand on heart, even if we beat Everton 3-0, Arsenal do not believe they can win the Premier League. They don't. Even if they win the game, they don't believe it. This team, hand on heart, genuinely believes that they can win the Champions League. So that's why they're like, bro, stepping stone. We're on the way. We'll get there. Because they don't think this is the best it's going to get. They don't believe it's the best it's going to get. Did you see the interview? Did you see the press conference with Saka before the game?
Yeah. No, I saw it after. So was it after the game?
When they asked about Mbappe and that. Do you see that?
No.
Before the game, bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, when I say this, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm following all the Arsenal media. They asked him before the game, how do you feel about the fact that, like, obviously you're a very good player and you're coming up against, like, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Mbappe, and obviously they're like that sort of level. The way that we would talk as fans, you know what I'm saying? Saka's here, very good. Their man are there. Saka was vexed, bruv. Saka was vexed. Now you might say, why is he vexed for? Obviously Mbappe, cool. But in their world of professional football, Saka don't see it that way.
You know, I get that.
Saka's like, brother. He's like, bro, levels? What you talking about levels? Like, bro, what do you mean? What do you mean, bruv? Like he was. What are you talking about?
He played that as well.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why when I'm seeing that, I'm going, bro.
No, but I'm not talking about football players. I'm talking about fans, bro. I'm talking about fans. Like, bro, what it felt like was, let's use the slave analogy. You lot made it to the north, and you man weren't celebrating. That's
because we're back in Africa, yeah. We celebrating, bruv. We celebrating, but we at home.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I'm saying? This ain't our land.
Fair enough.
Talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got no boats. We made it to the north. We still need boats, bro.
I hear you.
Do you know what I'm saying? We're speaking twee. Do you know what I'm saying? We still got a long way to go, cuz. So it's you know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? Final
question before we go to the next topic.
Yeah.
Did next leg, what do you think?
I can see us drawing. I think the next leg, a lot of people think that we're going to do the Arsenal thing and grind out, sit deep, grind out. But we haven't done that, bro. We haven't done that this season. I think we either draw 2-2 or we win 2-1. This season,
I don't see 2-2 at all.
I think we would draw 2-2 or we win 2-1. The thing is,
I see Arsenal win. Honestly,
comfortably.
I see Arsenal winning the next game, and people are gonna laugh. And I'm a United fan when I say this. I see Arsenal winning the next game pretty comfortably.
Define comfortably. Like what kind of scoreline?
2-0 or 2-1.
Yeah.
Real Madrid get a late winner, late goal to make it 2-1.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because I actually feel like Real Madrid have to gamble.
Yeah.
You know when Arsenal beat City, yeah? It was like they overcame a massive milestone. Yeah. Since then, City ain't beaten them.
We beat them twice since.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just had to go over that one map. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's psychological. Do you know what I'm saying? It's
once Arsenal in their flow, it's peak.
It's like when Bivol, I don't want to use boxing as an analogy, but when Bivol fought Beterbiev and in that 12th round, he got through that and it's like, you landed your best shot and I'm still here. That level of confidence that you get,
Tyson Fury gets Wilder. Tyson Fury Wilder too.
Tyson Fury Wilder too. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get over that mountain, it's like everything just becomes easier. You now have to gamble. And I just feel like if Real Madrid have to gamble, I just think that plays into Arsenal's hands, bro. Yeah. I can't see, I'll be so real, I can't see how Real Madrid win it. Because not only did they lose, they got fists up.
Yeah.
They got fists up. They're going to think that they're going to go into the next game like it's a PSG thing when PSG lost to Barcelona and they're going to be naive. Arsenal are probably one of the hardest teams in Europe to score against.
Yeah.
Period.
But I don't think, I agree with everything you just said, but I think a lot of people think we're going to do the low block.
But you don't have to.
That's what I'm saying, you don't have to.
Bro, Arsenal, if we're keeping it real, the only time Real Madrid looked like scoring was when Real Madrid when Arsenal made mistakes.
Yeah.
If
Saka dodgy back pass, give you a dodgy touch.
I think it was Lewis Skelly had a bad moment, like a missed touch or something as well. But if you look at the game in itself, bro, Arsenal don't even have to put men behind the ball. Real Madrid are looking for moments of brilliance. Arsenal defensively, I'll be real. I can't see how
when Mbappe was running through and he was cutting onto his right, he's looking for a shot. Look, bro, there's like 4 men around him, bro. He's not getting a shot.
I'll be real. I'm so confident. I'm willing to bet people as well. I can't see how Real Madrid win the next game. Bro, I can't even see it.
Mbappe got suffocated, bro. Like, obviously, Madrid are good. Like, we know what they can do. We know how good they are in it. But like you say, bro, them man, they got fists up, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? This is on a big and serious level. That's what it is. Them man got fists up, bro. And regardless, like once Arsenal fists you up one time, you ain't gonna fist them up back. That's the thing.
Yeah,
you might make the game tough and competitive, and you got moments, whatever, but you ain't fisting us up.
You know when Errol Spence got dropped. I keep using football as an example, boxing, but it's easy for me to use. Remember when Errol Spence got dropped by Crawford, and instantly he tried to get his get back.
Yeah.
And he just kept getting knocked down after. Yeah. That's not how. You can't just try.
Did you see Mbappe's reaction to the free kick?
No.
He just goes, "Fair enough, bro." Literally, if you read his lips,
no,
he just goes,
I'll be real, bro. I'll be real. You could have 10 goalkeepers, you ain't saving that. That second free kick, bro.
That's what I said. Second free kick was rude.
You could have had 10 goalkeepers in that.
What I loved about Rice,
15 man in the wall. You ain't saving
what I loved about Rice and Saka, everyone played well. But what I loved about Rice, Saka, Timber, and Lewis Skelly is the audacity. They're the guys to me that. Bro, they don't have no manners for Real Madrid. No manners.
No respect.
Martinelli's playing the game like it's a game of football. Erdegaard's playing the game like it's a game of football.
I actually felt like
they're the man that are going to go to the Bernabeu and they're going to do fireworks and flares, and them man are going to go, bro, I don't care.
I actually think I wouldn't play Odegaard in the next game. You might say this crazy of what I'm saying, yeah, but let me tell you why. Because I actually felt like out of everyone in your team, Odegaard played with the handbrake up.
Yeah.
I felt like he was playing against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Where I saw Saka and he felt like he just, bro, I don't care who I'm playing. It's me.
I don't care. Yeah, it's me.
Same thing with Skelly. I actually felt Skelly was almost too naive at times. Like he was almost too confident.
Yeah.
But that's what worked for a minute.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I remember when
Saka looked at Bellingham like, bro, I've seen you in England training, yeah, and you're not that. Like.
Yeah, trust me. Like, it's like when I watched when I watched Kobe Mainoo, like when he first came on the scene, everybody played with the handbrake up. He was the only one who did it.
Yeah.
And I see that in Lewis Skelly. I saw that in Saka and I saw that in Rice. Partey as well. Timber. Odegaard, for me, he looked like a person who, for me, I think you could say I'm wrong, but I felt like he played like he was almost...
He won't get dropped. He's our captain. He does keep things ticking. I agree with you about the handbrake thing, but I think that shows too much of our hand. What I like, big debate about should Marino start, should Trossard start. I like starting Marino with Trossard coming off the bench. Trossard's numbers off the bench are very good, yeah, but also... When Trossard came off the bench, it was 3-0, yeah? And I think that it was 2-0, and then Marino scored after that. But the game was not winding down. See like Trossard, yeah? If he comes off the bench and we're 4-0 up, yeah, and the manager says just keep it ticking, he's not keeping it ticking, bro. He wants to go.
Do you lot still have Jorginho?
Yeah.
Jorginho would be a good person to play against.
Yeah, but that's a couple of people were saying Jorginho would be a good... But again, I think we'll start with the same team. Jorginho might feature, but it'll be off the bench when the game's...
When Jorginho... I would actually think about playing 3 in the middle and play Jorginho.
I wouldn't do...
Odegaard, bro.
Nah.
Because Jorginho will keep the ball.
Yeah.
Which... for me, I actually think when Odegaard goes to... Bro, mark my words when I say this now. Mm-hmm. When Odegaard starts against Real Madrid, expect a moment of where you're thinking Agent Odegaard.
Yeah.
Expect.
Yeah, bro, potentially, because he's a little bit shook still, but do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. But listen, man, we'll be there, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll be on AFTV. If not, then we'll definitely be live on this channel, on OnlyFacts, covering the game. Maybe I'll be on AFTV, I'm not sure what the vibes is right now, but yeah, bro, be around for that. This Saturday night, big fight.
Trust me.
Early hours in the morning. Make sure you're here, especially if you're American, make sure you're here because I'm going to my family's in Birmingham on Sunday morning.
So
yeah, so I'm gonna be
time?
up. I'm supposed to meet my sister in West at midday. So I'm gonna be up all night for you lot, putting on the show for the boxing for Boots versus Stanionis. That's probably gonna finish 6 a.m.
No, it's Eastern time, so we probably finish at around 4.
Okay, cool. That might finish at 4, maybe even 4:30 a.m. I might get 5-6 hours of power nap and then have to jump on.
I'm working on Sunday as well.
Yeah.
Mad.
So yeah, it's a peak one. So we're gonna be up late/early Sunday morning / Saturday night to make sure that we're here for this fight. So make sure that you lock in for that. But yeah, break this fight down for me, bro. Boots versus Stanionis. This is Boots' kind of coming of age fight, I guess.
I mean, when you look at boxing, yeah, and completely different core topic to what we were just talking about, but when you look at what we're going to experience on Saturday, and you think about the history of the welterweight division, whether it's Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Mayweather, just a plethora of fighters, and you think about what's up for grabs on Saturday, Ring Magazine, WBA, IBF. I feel like what we've seen specifically in recent weeks has almost been a bit of a gimmick thing. You get what I'm saying? Like people talking about Eubank, Ben, the Jake Paul crap that people are on. You almost, even with Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying, Joe Joyce, you almost feel like big time boxing is gone. You know what I'm saying? I know we had the Bivol versus Beterbiev, but I haven't felt about we're staying up to watch this fight. You know what I'm saying? That for me, it comes with a certain level of emotion, a certain level of feeling, certain level of this is big time boxing.
I think what you're talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, is top level American boxing. Because right now, the UK, you did say that after AJ and Fury go, the UK might sink into a bit of a dark ages.
Facts.
And that's where we're at. You know what I'm saying? We've got Atoma, he's a long way off. Yeah. We've got Wardley, he's fighting Jarrell Miller. So we've got, you know what I mean? He's got a little while, couple fights before he gets that level. Right now, we spoke about Eddie Hearn not being so invested in the UK scene. the top fights, we saw Lamont Roach versus Tank. Good fight. Do you know what I'm saying? We saw Benavidez versus Morel. Good fight. We've got Boots versus Stanionis. I know Stanionis is not American, but that's going to be in America. After that, we've got the card with Ryan. So I think what you're addressing is more of a regional thing. I think if you're an American boxing fan, maybe you don't feel.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're 100% right. It is a regional thing because next week is Ben Whittaker. We're back to. Do you know what I'm saying?
And we're going to be covering it because that's one of the highlights. That's what we've got.
That's the level that we're at right now, and I just feel like it's refreshing to be. Before I even talk about the fight, it's just refreshing to be at a stage where I can watch top level boxing again.
And refreshing to see, you know, again, we mentioned Tank in that. It's refreshing to see top level fighters fighting other top level fighters.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? And not the ducks and not the, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when the fight was announced, everyone went, ooh, good fight.
Yeah, facts. There's the initial reaction, like it was a case of, because I remember at that time, Boots just turned down the Teofimo Lopez fight. And it was like, raw, what's this guy doing? And he announced the unification. It's like, boy, you can't really say nothing, innit? Because he's going to try to win a belt at welterweight. Bringing it back to the actual fight itself, I actually feel like we spoke about this a few times where not fighting in Philly. Like, for me, in fact, this was probably a question to you. Do you think this is a positive thing or a negative thing? I have my opinion, but I want to get your opinion.
It's a positive, but it's a small positive. I'm torn because he's going to take so much of his home crowd with him because it's so close.
Yes, in Jersey.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's in Jersey City. It's in Atlantic City, sorry. Mm-hmm. So, you know, he's getting out of his comfort zone a little bit, but it's still not really, you know...
It's 45 minutes an hour
It's 45 minutes an hour away. Do you know what I mean? He even said in the promo video, let's see how you deal with however many thousand fans booing you when you walk in the ring. So he's still relying heavily on that home... Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I did hear that.
It makes me wonder if there was a rematch and he went and fought Stanionis in Stanionis' backyard. what would that... Do you mean, are you a travelling fighter? Are you... Do you mean, or are you...
You know, but I feel like it's a negative as well because I feel like in this fight, it should just be get the win, go home. But is he thinking there's thousands of fans here looking, do I want to go out and put on a performance? Because let's keep it real. Jaron Ennis is a better boxer than Stanionis. Hands down. But if he decides to go out and hold his feet, entertain the crowd, it could be a Devin Haney situation where you try and end up fighting a style and just get brought into a fight that you don't need to go into. So then there's a question, is it a case of you being, what's the word? Being in front of a crowd and that being a negative. Do you know what I'm saying? If you were away, you might just think, you know what, let me just win and get out of here. But you're in your own crowd, let me put on a show.
We go back to when Wilder starched Dominic Brazil. And then a week later, AJ was fighting Ruiz.
And you had 10,000 British fans fly over.
And he tried to put on a performance and then ended up going against it.
Facts. It's like, you know, on the fight week, this fight week now, you're going to see people like Gillian, Wallow and all of them, man. All of them Philly guys, Meet Me and all that. They're here to see you. So it's like, you got these stars.
You're the star of the show.
You're the star now. Do you know what I'm saying? So is it a case of you have to put on the show? Or you think... It's a very difficult one because having a home crowd is not a straightforward thing. But I do think he should win. But if he doesn't win, boy, it's back to the drawing board, back to square one, bro. Like, it's literally back to square one. Here's a question for you. I'm gonna give you a list of fights, If, let's just say, Jaron Ennis wins, I'm gonna give you a list of fights, and I want you to rank who do you like. I want you to rank, like, would that be your next fight, or would you just, like rank in order of what should you be? So I'm gonna list the names. So Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia both have moved to 147. Like, would you rather him fight Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia? And then just do winner stays on like that.
It's tough. Ryan Garcia.
You say Ryan Garcia. From a financial perspective.
Both. Financial, but also building his profile.
Fair enough. Would you rather see him fight Ryan Garcia or Teofimo Lopez?
Probably still Ryan Garcia.
Still Ryan Garcia. Would you rather see him fight Ryan Garcia or fight for the WBO belt, which I think Brian Norman Jr. has? Go for an easy belt and go and get 3 belts, or fight Ryan Garcia?
Ryan Garcia.
So you don't think?
I think he still needs to build his profile. The guys that we're naming, apart from Brian Robson Jr., we're talking about Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. All of them have bigger profiles.
So you would, if you were Jaron Ennis, let's say he beats Stanionis, it's not about getting the belt against Barrios or belt against Norman Jr. It's about building your profile.
It's about both. Do you know what I mean? But I would still want to see him build his profile and then start to gather those belts and get maximum value for those belts.
I get what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
So it's like
if he were to lose any of those fights, he could be losing millions because he hadn't maxed out his career.
I hear what you mean. So next question.
His dad is probably going to see it differently, but
yeah, would you then say Ryan Garcia or Conor Ben?
Ryan Garcia. Conor Ben's minimal commercial value.
But I'm just saying the name, innit?
Yeah. Right, Conor Ben doesn't carry any commercial value.
Okay.
And he's not even, people remember Ryan Garcia's lost 1 fight, and that's a tank.
Yeah.
Conor Ben's resume is nothing.
Ryan Garcia or last one, Ryan Garcia or Keith Thurman? No, 2. I got 1 more after this.
Maybe just about Ryan Garcia, because Keith Thurman, again, building his profile, big name on his resume.
True.
You know,
Ryan Garcia or Virgil Ortiz at 54. So moving up a weight class and fighting Virgil Ortiz.
Nah, not moving up just yet.
So you say stay at 47. Yeah. Fair enough.
Because he may get forced to vacate belts if he moves up as well.
Yeah, he would have to.
Yeah.
vacate.
So yeah. Nah, stay at 147.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we'll be here for that fight. Live on the channel. I don't even know what camera I'm looking at. It's mad.
So you're the editor. So look what
yeah, we'll be here live. I'm looking at the straight down. You know, it's funny because every time I think about the different camera setups, I think about Ty.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do a rolling over and kicking over you. Even on the live on Saturday, you flipping kick the camera over.
By accident, still.
Ty's one was by accident as well. He didn't
no, but he was doing the idiot thing.
Yeah, no, he was.
But yeah, we'll be live for Boots versus Stanionis. Just hit the link in the description. We will take you straight to the live. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for that video as well, and just comment your predictions as well.
Yeah, 100%. Well, how do you think it goes?
I think Boots wins. I don't know how though.
I think he wins on points.
I think he should try and win on points, but I don't know if he's gonna think, Barnett, let me try and get a stoppage.
Yeah, but then if he does that flash knockdown, he's on the receiving end of a flash knockdown, he might have to just buckle up and say, brother.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? If his dad's in his corner as well, his dad's just going to want to get the win. And
That's what his dad's going to want. Like, sometimes this guy don't even listen to his dad, so...
Yeah.
But hopefully this fight, he just says, Barnett, let me go get the strap and go home.
What do you make of... next topic now. What do you make of Miller versus Wardley?
Did you see the press conference?
Yeah.
For me, there's people who genuinely think Fabio Wardley and Joe Miller has a chance of beating Fabio Wardley, bro. I just don't see it, blood. I don't see it, fam.
Maybe a puncher's chance, but surely not.
Because people are just saying, oh, he's big, he's strong, but I just think he gets hit too easy, bro.
But bro, that's a pointless metric. It's heavyweight boxing. Everybody's big and strong. The smallest, weakest man in the heavyweight division is probably, if the smallest guy in the heavyweight division is the best, first of all, and that's Usyk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But the smallest and weakest is still a big and strong man. So what is this metric? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Me neither, bro. I don't get it neither. I
guess Miller has. Like, I'm trying to think of what does Miller have over Wardley apart from chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does he have? Like, he has experience.
Yeah.
There's more experience, I would say.
He's fought at higher level.
At a higher level. But other than that,
he's bigger. He's heavier.
Yeah. But is a Fraser Clark bigger and heavier?
Yeah.
You got a dent in his head.
Bro, that for me, I see it the same way you see it, bro. Like, I see it as you can't be so easy to hit against Wardley, bro. Wardley actually hits hard. I know people saying, oh, but Dubois hit hard. The thing is, Dubois knocked Jarrell Miller out, bro.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people saying, well, Jarrell Miller's got a chin. I'm like, bro, flipping Joel Joyce had a chin. He still got knocked out, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, You can't just rely on your chin to be your form of defense, specifically against someone who's gonna hold their feet and land big
If in
punches.
heavyweight boxing and there's two sluggers that are gonna go out there because these men ain't gonna do no footwork and all that kind of thing. It's gonna be a straight slugfest. If you're sitting here telling me, but my guy's got a chin, you might have already lost. In this day and age, you might have already lost, bro.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because man are not like, fair enough if you go back to the Foreman days and the Sonny Liston days and all them kind of thing, but bro, no, bro. Like who in the heavyweight division hasn't been dropped? Everyone's been dropped. Like, of the top guys, everyone's been dropped. Like AJ dropped Ruiz, AJ's been dropped, Klitschko's been dropped, Fury's been dropped, Deontay Wilder's dropped, Joseph Parker's been dropped. Everybody dropped, bro.
Dubois.
Everyone's been dropped.
Usyk.
Do you know what I'm saying? Usyk, he's been dropped.
We got dropped when he got hit in the balls, innit?
Yeah, well, do you know what I'm saying? Okay, apart from, I wouldn't count that as dropped, but apart from Usyk, everyone has been dropped. So what we talking about? These men have varying chin strengths. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, these men are not all chinny, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, facts.
Going into a heavyweight fight and being like, yeah, well, I've got a better chin, bro.
People were saying Bacoli had a chin. And he got, no, but it's true though. It's true. People were saying Bacoli had a chin.
For a long time, Joseph Parker's finished. He's never been dropped. He's never been dropped.
And he got dropped.
He got dropped. He got output. I don't think AJ dropped him, and then he went and fought.
Dylan White.
That's what I'm saying. Like the world champion didn't drop him, and then the guy that wasn't a world champion dropped him twice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So what are we doing here? Like, man can't.
Nah, that metric.
That's a stupid metric.
It's a stupid thing.
It's a stupid metric, bro.
So yeah, but the whole press conference thing though, I know Frank Warren didn't like it, but for me, I actually feel like Jaron Miller does try and sell a fight.
He does.
And he does try and make it entertaining with this whole gangster approach and where I come from, that's a death threat and all of that. I'm like, bro, what are you on about, bro? The worst person for you to actually do that to is actually Fabio Wardley.
He's from Ipswich.
He's from Ipswich, bro. That stuff doesn't mean anything to him. Like, it's not like he's a guy who... If it was David Adderley, it would make sense, innit? Because maybe he might be intimidated. Nah, Dylan White would be the worst person as well. The man are from Yard. Like, you're going to try and intimidate a man that's from Yard. It's impossible.
Yeah.
But Ipswich, like... Fabio Wardley genuinely doesn't care.
I'll be honest. I find Jarrell Miller boring.
You do?
Yeah, he's just another loudmouth American. The reason I find him boring is because before the press conference, I can predict everything he's going to say. I know we could do a bingo card. We might do this for another press conference in the future. We could do a bingo card of all the things he's going to say.
Facts.
He's going to say, "I'm from. You don't know who I'm from. I'm from Brooklyn. You're from Ipswich. You ain't from the hood. You ain't from the trenches." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, niggas get shot where I'm from. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. He's gonna, you know exactly what I'm saying, bro. All Americans say the same thing, bro. Bro, whether Americans talk like that, that's just how they
Facts.
are. Whether they are a nut, because remember, when Americans chat to British people, we don't know them, innit?
Facts.
So you're from the other side of the world. So you could be really 50 Cent shot 9 times a real street dude, or you could be the biggest nerd ever. How am I gonna know? I don't know no one that went to your school. In London, you might know someone that went to my school. Facts. Man that from my ends. You can do your reference checks. Man that doing reference checks on a big fat brother from, do you know what I mean? Like Big Pharmacy Miller. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the other thing as well, bro. When I see man doing drugs, by the way, I immediately don't rate them as fighters.
Nah, I hear you.
That tells me that you don't think that you can beat me in a fight one-on-one.
You heard Fabio Wardley said he wants extra testing for this fight.
Of course you do. Fabio Wardley is being groomed to be a world champion, and I am not. Look at what happened to Devin Haney. I'm not, categorically not, losing my world title shot because I know, based on what happened to Devin Haney, that man won't even allow me. If you take drugs and knock me out, man won't allow me, bro.
The streets convict you, bro.
You're done.
Facts.
You're done. You're back to fighting in York Hall, and I'm on the edge of fighting for world titles now, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So Americans, I like Americans. I like the Americans' rich history of boxing, that. But when it comes to the promo thing, bro, it's boring, bro. Man, it's the same thing. I just watched a video on Deontay Wilder just summing up his career. So same thing, bro. I want a body on my record and all this kind of thing, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
It's kind of, it's quite repetitive.
It's very repetitive, bro. And it's not even somebody who really got beef with, like, do you know what I'm saying? That Jarrell Miller thing is wavy. If he's fighting someone from Cali, then it's like New York versus Cali, East Coast, West Coast. That's lit.
This guy's from Ipswich, bro.
Bro, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
you know what it is, yeah? Jarrell Miller fights every fight
the same way.
This like he's getting pay-per-view back-end money. Literally, bro.
But the thing is, his promotion is one note, and his boxing style is one note. Come forward, jab, try land the right hook. That's it, bro. If I land it, you get hurt. If I don't,
but he just got bare size and weight, bro. A lot
of it's fat, bro. He's a big fat guy. Like, he's not even in like amazing shape. Like,
no, not at all.
Do you know what I'm saying? He never really comes in great. Do you know what I mean? He looks more like Martin Bacoli than he looks like Anthony Joshua.
It's fat.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that's that, bro. You come in looking like that, like, bro. Man are taking all type of steroids and then coming into the ring out of shape. This is ridiculous. What are you taking steroids for? What the fuckery? You see fat man take steroids, bro. You see this, bro? I want a refund, bro. I'm gonna take all type of steroids and look like Andy Ruiz. Are you... Brother, what are we talking about?
Literally.
What steroids are you taking? Steroid brownies. What are you eating? That don't make no sense. Do you know what I'm saying? If man come in like Povetkin was normally in shape,
yeah,
but this man come in ripped and muscly.
Ryan Garcia, look, you said Ryan Garcia look ripped, fam.
Man, I've always said that AJ's just a big bodybuilder and whatever. At least he keeps in shape.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're coming in out of shape on steroids. Name me another fighter that's that fat, bro. Man's got 25% body fat on steroids.
Yeah, it's mad.
Name me another fighter, bro. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's mad.
That don't make no sense, bro.
I not only do I...
He just looks like a random brother from Wood Green Pure Gym, bro. He does, bro.
Not only do I think, that Wardley's gonna win, but I actually hope he wins as well. Because,
of course.
Bro, Jaron Miller's personality, I get it, sometimes it's entertaining and I get what he's trying to do, but to keep it real, bro,
it's boring, bro.
It's boring. Because I've already seen him get humbled by Dubois, and he was using it as an excuse as well. I only had 3 weeks' notice in the Dubois fight. Okay, bro, you got knocked out, bro. This doesn't make a difference.
Like I say, Wardley wants to fight Dubois. That's where he wants to get to. He wants to go and fight Dubois for world titles or wherever them world titles go to. But Dubois is probably the easiest fight that he can probably get. Do you know what I'm saying? And so having a shared opponent where he can show off and show out and show like you did that to this opponent, I did that to this opponent. That would make for interesting promo. Like him knocking out Miller is going to be part of the promo for a potential Daniel Dubois fight. Do you know what I'm saying?
I feel like, bro, people. I remember I was in Saudi. I had a small story, and people were like, "Oh yeah, it's a 50-50 fight between Wardley and Fraser Clark." I was like, bro, you man don't know. Wardley can flip in crack, bro.
Yeah.
Once Wardley knows he can hurt you and hits you, bro, you're in the writings on the wall.
It'll be a very short fight because the only way Miller survives is if Miller gets Wardley's respect. He's gonna have to go and get Miller's respect and Fabio Wardley's respect.
The issue with Clark was actually good defensively in the first fight for the most part. Miller's just gonna be right there, bro. You don't see. I'm
Fraser Clark's an accomplished amateur. Been part of the Olympics.
You don't see when Wardley starts landing them right hands on Miller. Miller's gonna have to find something else other than walking forward.
If you're American, I get it. Like if you're American and a heavyweight, especially a black American heavyweight, is fighting a British heavyweight, your immediate reaction is the American's gonna win because that's what history tells you. Do you know what I'm saying? Unless you see someone that's particularly something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, AJ fought Dominic Brazil in his 17th fight and Wilder fought him in like his 42nd fight. Yeah. And man was still saying that Wilder will beat AJ and all kind of things. Do you know what I'm saying? AJ beat Parker and Parker whooped Wilder. Yeah. So, bro, there's man out there now that still think that Wilder will beat AJ. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just what it is. Like, do you know what I mean? When you're chatting to Americans, obviously you have to like use 2-syllable words and slow down your language and then kind of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're the only English speaking country that speak English as a second language, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Them man are like that. You got to speak real slow to get through to the Americans. I'm saying I'm being so real, bro. But that's just.
Bro, you better make sure you don't go American, bro.
For what, bro? For what, bro? I'm talking about Brooklyn. Like Brooklyn's like Shoreditch. Like Brooklyn's all gentrified and that, bro. Like,
I'm just saying in general, you just better make sure you don't go American, bro.
They don't come here, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Whatever, bro. He's mad. But yeah, bro. Before we wrap up, talk to me about Shakur, man. Talk to me about Shakur. Apparently, that's your guy, bro.
This guy's. I like Shakur. I do like Shakur. But I'm very, very, when it comes to these crops of fighters, I'm very, very objective. Yeah. Like, I'm not
unless
biased.
It's Devin Haney.
No, I'm not even biased to Devin Haney, bro. I'm not even biased to Devin Haney. I like Devin Haney, but for me, the issue that I'm having, and he, obviously for those who don't know, let me quickly apply.
Yeah, talk to me because I heard that he was doing mad tweets and all this kind of stuff.
So, long story short, from last year, he was supposed to fight Zepeda.
Yeah.
The Turkey Al Sheikh offered the fight to Shakur Stevenson last year. It was supposed to be him versus Cordina. He got injured. Then him versus Schofield, and then Shakur versus Zepeda. The issue was because of the time frame, the fight can no longer be in Riyadh, so the fight has to be in America because of the summer. Because of the summer.
Yeah.
Because of that, and Riyadh season doesn't start until October.
And for any of you lot that haven't been to the Middle East, you cannot do sport in the Middle East in the summer. You can't. You'll just die. It's just ridiculous.
So yeah, because it's not going to be in the summer, in Riyadh season, in Saudi, the money's less. So Shakur's saying, well, I'm not taking the fight because the money's less than what I was promised last time. But what Oscar and them man are saying is, well, bro, it's not in the same place. It's in America. And in context, for those who don't know, the WBC have now ordered the fight and it's going to go to purse bids, and Shakur's going to probably people are going to bid on it, and probably Shakur's going to get paid what he wants to get paid. The fight will eventually happen. My issue is this: I'm seeing too many fights with Shakur fall through because of money. At some stage, bro, you're going to have to put up and shut up.
But bro, it's always
at some stage, you're going to have to stop being, the best future, best box, all of that.
Bro, he's Jesse Lingard, bro. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, bro, because man had the opportunity to fight, was it Devin?
Devin Haney, yeah.
Man had the opportunity to fight Devin when Devin is undisputed and he had no belt, correct?
Facts.
And Devin offered him 25%?
25%, and he wanted 50-50.
And he wanted 50-50. So from there, yeah, you're on crack. Like, immediately. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, no, but from that, that's, if you've, okay, cool. Once Deontay Wilder turned down, and his biggest purse was 1.5 million, and he turned down 100 million from DAZN, we knew we would never seen him fight AJ. Because it don't make sense that you turn down 100 million, and then you're going to say yes to 15 million down the road. Once you turn down the crazy money, I know that this fight's never happening now. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? Remember when Canelo tried to, Turkey tried to call Canelo's bluff about the fight? Once you turn down the silly money, like I've thrown you a silly offer that I don't even, like I'm overpaying, you're showing that you're not really on it, as far as I'm concerned. So that's what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I just said about Boots, you might want to build his profile, you might want to do certain things. He might take a little bit less money, but he's going to build his profile. If he can go and beat Ryan Garcia, give him a boxing match, he's going to make more money long term, etc., etc., etc. His dad might look at it as a kind of boxing purist and say, we're going to build your profile with belts rather than big names, CV, etc. But that's what it is. At some point, you take a small sacrifice
that's
of yourself.
My point.
You take a small sacrifice of yourself for the longer term.
That's my argument.
You've seen Devin travel. We've seen, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
take the small money.
Lomachenko. Somebody's got to do something.
You at some stage, bro, like...
You have to remember as well, Shakur, of all these guys, yeah, you got Tank at the top, Devin after that, Teofimo after that, Ryan after that, just because he's never won a world championship. But like, you are the smallest draw. Like, you are the smallest box office.
You're the
draw.
only one who's never had a pay-per-view.
Do you mean no knockout? Like, you're not really a knockout guy, and you're not really popular on social media like Ryan, which unfortunately that's just what it is.
And you don't have a flipping Bill Haney.
Yeah, do you mean?
The thing is, the issue is, and the differences between Shakur and Devin is, people pay to see Devin lose. They just genuinely hate Devin.
Yeah, but that's part of your
people like you. And at some stage, Shakur, you're going to have to stop having other people be the one talking for you. Oh boy, you see what this guy's doing in the gym. You see what this guy can do. Bro, at some stage, no offense, bro, at some stage you're just going to have to put up or shut up, bro.
Yeah,
and at some stage, bro, maybe in this occasion, cool, you're going to try and make the most money. But your attitude towards fights, for me, I don't like. For me, I don't want to hear about money, because the truth is, this pay the fight isn't even that fight that's going to take you to the promised land anyway.
Yeah.
It's not. So for me, you should be like, you know what, Barnett, give me any money. Give me any money, let me brush this dude. Because at the end of the day, bro, you're going to have to take that gamble. I even think, even Tank to a certain degree had to go through those hurdles of being a B-side or having 50-50s before you got that marquee price tag. And for me, bro, I just don't like the way his attitude is. Like, I know obviously he's with, what's his name, innit? Jay Prince.
Yeah.
So obviously them man.
Who cares? Jay Prince, that's dead. Jay Prince is not a sporting manager. He's not a boxing manager.
But you know how these men are, innit? You know how people are like, oh, you got to know your worth and all of that crap. But sometimes you got to earn your money, bro. Sometimes you got to earn the money.
At the end of the day, yeah, you're taking boxing advice from a man that is not a boxing manager. So a man can just say whatever he wants, and that sounds good in theory. I'm just looking at the official offer from Devin Haney and he rejected it, was back in July of 2023. That was 18 months ago, yeah?
Yeah.
Since then, he has beat Edwin De La Santos.
For hardly any money.
Yeah, and that was for a vacant WBC belt. Then he retained it against Artem, and then he retained it again against Josh Padley, who was a late thing because obviously
on an undercard.
On an undercard. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas you could, so 18 months later, for me personally, if I'm Shakur, whoever advised me back in July of 2023 can't possibly advise me now.
Can't.
Because that was objectively the wrong decision. You might have actually been more successful losing to Devin Haney in the 25%. Whether you lost or won, your career would still be in a better place today.
Facts.
It would be easier for you to go and get the fights with Tio, or to go and get a redemption fight with Loma because you're both coming off losses, or whatever the case would be. Then Devin Haney goes and loses to Ryan. You go get a rematch against Devin Haney. But you would be in a better place if you took that fight regardless whether you won or lost.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? So whoever was advising you then, if this is Jay Prince then, you can't be taking advice from Jay Prince now. Do you know what I'm saying? if you want to go and release a rap song, talk to Jay Prince. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you want to go and be a successful world champion boxer, I don't know why would I want to be I'm a football fan. Bukayo Saka signs with K Coke. Why?
Literally,
what's that got to do with anything?
Literally, it makes no sense.
That
Bro.
make no sense.
I genuinely don't understand where he's got what the mindset is, bro. Because cool, and you know what's gonna be mad?
This is the man who turned. Do you know how old he turns this year?
How old?
How old do you think he turns this year?
28, I think.
28 years old he turns. In June, he turns 28, bro. He's a boxing's flipping Jesse Lingard, bro.
Bro, you know what's so mad? It's going to Perspins, him and Zepeda. Could you imagine? Remember, he turned down Turkey. So if you turn...
It's immediately less money.
Instantly.
That's what I'm saying. So you keep talking about you want more money, but you keep negotiating less money.
So let's say, Shakur, let's be real. Let's say this fight goes to Perspins. And Turkey decides, you know what, Bunny, you turned down my offer. I'm not even bidding on this fight. You now got to take whatever's bidded. Who's out there to bid? Who's out there to bid?
Who's still doing boxing in America? ESPN?
ESPN, or the Zone's gonna probably have to put money up because he's signed with Eddie. But even then, it's gonna be less. It's gonna be less. It's gonna be less. So bro, as you said, bro, whoever's negotiating for you.
This will be the second time, and he's only had 3 fights since the Devin Haney fight. Since the Devin Haney offer, where he's negotiating less money every time. Every time. He's negotiating less money every single time.
Bro, it's disappointing still. It's disappointing.
It just don't make sense. What you're saying don't make sense. You're saying, I know my worth and I'm going for the most money, then taking less money. It's the same thing that Deontay... This is why I said you have to talk really slowly when you talk to Americans. I'm telling you, they're not very intelligent. They're just not. Do you know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder turned down 100 million, and the offer that he had from DAZN for the free fight deal, two with AJ and then one else. He hasn't made that money for the free fight deal back across his whole career.
Facts.
He hasn't made it back across his whole career. What are we talking about? Do you mean? And if you don't want the fights, that's fine. But what you're saying is like chatting to a gal. What your words and your actions aren't tallying.
Facts.
I want the most money, but then you're not taking the most money. But make it make sense.
Facts. Doesn't make sense, bro. But yeah, hopefully Shakur sees this. He actually might as well. He might see this. He's active. He's active on socials, bro. He's active. He actually might see this.
He's been in the UK. He was in the Noakes gym in Kent and all that. That's down the road. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout at me, man. Do some sparring, some training.
No, but on a level though,
everything I'm saying is facts. We can talk to him. It's fine.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's only facts podcast, bro. It's only facts, bro. It's only facts. Look at the record. What we doing here? July of 2023. You've had 3 fights since. You had 1 fight in November. You only fought once in all of 2024.
Yeah, he did have an injury though, but it doesn't make a difference.
And then now it's early in 2025. You might have 2 fights in 2025. Cool. I'll manage you better than Jay Prince. I don't understand what's going on here, man.
Trust me.
That's it, man.
But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll be live this week, Saturday.
We'll be live for the football. We'll be live for football. We'll be live on Saturday for Arsenal. I don't even know who Arsenal's playing, but we'll be like Brentford. So Arsenal-Brentford. We're going to be live for that. Then I'll have a quick power nap. Then I'm going to be live again for Stanionis. Then I don't know if we're going to be live for the Real Madrid game. Then we might be live for Real Madrid game. If not, I'll be on AFTV, but one of them.
Yeah, one of the two. Yeah. But yeah, man. And then what's the week after that?
The week after that, we've got Cameron versus Whitaker. That's UK time. And then the week after that, we've got Ben Eubank.
Big.
So a couple of big domestic dust-ups. And you know what it is, It's just man that are gonna hold corn regardless. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, facts.
if Ben Whittaker loses it, in fact, when Ben Whittaker loses, yeah,
I'm gonna put some paper on that.
I won't even go up there. I might even want to be there. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Where
like,
is it?
I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? Now it's got to be up north. It's got to be up north somewhere. Let me have a look. Because it won't be down here. Surely not. Birmingham. Resorts World Arena. I never even heard of that place.
Me neither.
But yeah, that's going to be in Birmingham. And then where's Eubank Ben?
Tottenham.
Oh, that's yeah, I'd love to go there as well, bro. But yeah, so boy,
go there in the United Arsenal shirt.
Yeah, 100%.
Pull up, bro. I'm around the corner, bro. Pull up.
He's trying to get me shot. Look at this guy. But yeah, bro. Hopefully we see Boots Stanionis. We'll see a classic, and then hopefully we see Cameron smoke Whittaker, and then hopefully we see Eubank smoke Ben, and then we go into May. It's the Ryan Garcia card, and it's all a madness from there.
Yeah, trust me.
You know what I'm saying? So boy.
Yeah, peace.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're out. Peace and love.